The first thing on the docket today is Trudeau investigating himself. So this is quite hilarious. This is quite, well, I mean, this is to be expected, and this is consistent with what we saw with the Emergencies Act Commission, how we appointed a liberal investigator to investigate his crimes. And I've always said this, that if you see Trudeau playing ball and being transparent, that something's up. Because when people that actually do have things on him and that are actually going to take him down, he shows, resistance. So if he's not showing resistance, something fishy's going on. This is actually the website, Foundation of Pierre Elliott Trudeau. David Johnston, he's a member. So this is the guy he appointed. David Johnston, former Governor General of Canada, executive advisor, professor of law. The Right Honorable David Johnston was Canada's 28th Governor General. During his mandate, he established the Rideau Hall Foundation, RHF, a registered charity that supports and amplifies the office of the Governor General in its work to connect, honor, and inspire Canadians. Okay. Today, he is actively involved as chair of the RHF Board of Directors, serves as an executive advisor at Deloitte, and a global advisor to Fairfax. There's a massive, massive conflict of interest with Trudeau appointing this man to investigate these questions surrounding the last election with Chinese interference. So Justin Trudeau appointed this man, and this is the conflict of interest that should concern all of us, that should be making us all stand up and say, hey, this is bogus. And what I want you to do is not for a second think this is feeding us hope. Unlike the Emergencies Act, where we had streamers streaming every single minute of it, people, hoping and praying that the commissioner would be fair and consider everything and come to a conclusion that was based on the facts. There's no hope here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to inform you.
Do you know that Justin Trudeau appointed David Johnston as a special reporter to look at the Chinese interference in our elections? But at the same time, Mr. Johnston is a member of the Trudeau Foundation. That foundation received $200,000 from the Chinese Communist Party. So that's a huge conflict of interest. And also, David Johnston interfered in our election here in Canada in 2021 because he did not allow me to participate in the national debates against all these establishment politicians. So we are in a kind of a banana republic. It's time to clean house and vote for Canadians that will put our country first.
So, Mr. Johnston, it appears that he is the fellow that excluded Maxime Bernier from joining the national federal debates, which is unheard of. It's unheard of. And they're masking this as, David Johnston is a Harper-picked person. That's where the fairness comes in, because Trudeau didn't appoint him, it was Harper. So you guys brought him in, but we know who this guy is and who he favors. That's the point, Mr. Justin Trudeau. So sorry to disappoint all of you guys, but do not put any hope in this thing. Instead, get loud about this, post on social media, complain about this, because there needs to be accountability for this. You can't have this massive conflict of interest and be examining a case that is so important. It's the Prime Minister of Canada that's under the microscope. Yeah, so this is the announcement. Prime Minister announces independent special reporter to help protect the integrity of Canada's democracy. The government of Canada takes any attempts at undermining our democracy very seriously and will continue to take action to protect our institutions and uphold Canadians' confidence in our democracy. The Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, today announced that the federal government intends to appoint the Right Honorable David Johnston as independent special reporter. a new role as part of a suite of measurements to help combat foreign interference and strengthen confidence in our federal electoral process and democratic institutions. This follows consultations with all parties in the House of Commons. Of course it did. Of course it did. It's maddening. It's maddening to even say, okay, all parties in the House of Commons are agreeing with this decision. Okay. So this just furthers my suspicion into the Conservative Party that they're no different than liberals. It's really, really disgusting in my opinion.